So, people, we have the topic that Janta curfew. How will it be productive in India's context? You are already observing many news in Google, and this is literally an alarming situation. Once our honorable Prime Minister yesterday has given a direct speech on this that no vaccines or antidotes have yet been discovered. All the news what we are getting that German has discovered or any other countries have discovered, it's not exactly coming to the fact just because PM is not accepting that. So let's start our discussion on this topic, and in order to discuss, your time starts now.
Good afternoon, everyone. In this topic, I would like to first put on a point that is public awareness. And one thing I would like to share with you. Some person was passing by just 10 or 15 minutes ago. He was just like Sunday we have to stay at home, and the government from the government side they will spray something from the sky by the helicopter or something else. They are spreading like this thing, this type of hoax. So we cannot blame them directly. The government officials, you all know that it's showing in the news feeds. The government official, the health minister, he is saying what 10 to 15 minutes in direct sunlight can kill the virus. So they are spreading like this thing. So uh, as people are unaware, it can result into their panic buying also. They are going to shops, buying 10 to 12 sanitizers and all. Government officials are saying that we are having like a good amount of foods and all.
Please.
So, as my friend already mentioned about the public awareness and the viruses that has been taking place, so the current scenario is like it has already crossed 200 and it is in phase two. So, India needs to be aware, and awareness is very important in terms of India, not only in India, for the whole country as well, because we are currently in the second phase, and if we went on to the third phase, it will create a disaster, and it will very much impact on our society also. So yes, yesterday, like our PM came on and in 8 p.m. and then he said that on 22nd March from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. definitely there will be a voluntary curfew, so that people became aware. And he also said that pass on to 10 other people also, so that every odd people who are not aware also, they also get to know about this message. And he also cited that unity is very important, like it is spreading more than 200 now, it is crossing almost 200 in India. So definitely we have to be united, and we have to work for the welfare so that it doesn't spread, and it stops in the phase 2 only, and it doesn't along go in the third phase. So yes, like this the PM yesterday came and addresses itself. So we should also, and he also said that those who are working under like nurses who are working in airports for cleaning, those who are working hard and they are extravagantly working, so people should come out and clap hands and make their effort countable. So yes, definitely it is a positive sign. Curfew not only means only curfew, but spreading the message all over the India. So it's a good initiative, I think. So in future also, if this need to be rectified more, uh, any anyone can come up and take the necessary steps also. Individually we can contribute to many platforms, but the main step has been taken by India through yesterday, and definitely we are very much concerned about it. So for now, sir, it's all.
Wonderful, wonderfully said in a very strategic manner. Vivek, anyone else would like to continue?
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir, and all of you.
Okay, good morning, Alvin. Please start.
Uh, Sir, I want to. I agree with Vivek. Okay, so as you all know that coronavirus is affecting the not only the Indian market but also the world market. Due to the coronavirus, there is a loss around 5 crores in the world share market. Okay, it is spreading like a fire. Okay, so yesterday PM Narendra Modi has described it. Has announced that for the curfew. So according to me, it is a good initiative taken by him because curfew will many of the people are not aware of this disease coronavirus. Okay, they will also be aware, and it will be helpful all the for all the Indian citizens to avoid this coronavirus and to take precautions so that it will not it will not spread it will not spread like a fire.
As we all know that PM Narendra Modi has requested all of has organized a Janata curfew on 22nd March from 7 a.m. till 9 p.m. I think he has chosen this time because this is the only time at which most of the people step out of their homes, especially old people and children, and office going people also step out of their homes at this time. At this time only, they go to their workplace at this time, and uh, according to Narendra Modi, all of us are requested to not leave their homes at this time, um, mm, and avoid uh, uh, any kind of hurry to for uh, not to hurry to not to hurry and think that there will be shortage of eatable items, as informed by him that there is nothing like that. And as we all know that we are in a second stage of coronavirus, so right now we need to be more cautious about it, as if we will attain third stage, then the situation will be very much critical. And as now we know in Italy the people who has died because of coronavirus is 3405, and which is an extreme loss to mankind.
Wonderful. He crafted the line that people should not rush for foods just because it's already has been conveyed by Narendra Modi that there
Yes.
will be ample and sufficient amount of food will be supplied to all the groceries and all the market. You don't need to be worried for it. Next, Muhammad Iqbal, please.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, this I think that this is a voluntary curfew made by our PM Modi. This type of Janta curfew is done when there is a war lockdown system, and our PM is trying to simulate that kind of situation in our country so that we can understand the emergency at the threat level of this uh, disease. This is one of the way India is tackling with this situation. There are other ways which other countries have tried to achieve this. Like Vietnam has created many ads, songs about how to wash your hands, and Italy totally shut itself. Europe is also shutting its border from Asian people. So the different countries are uh, uh, tackling this problem in their different uh, situations, and also uh, there is one, but like you said one point about the time, our PM Modi has a very good habit of sharing things at a very uh, at the end point of time. Like this could have been done a little 2 weeks earlier, which would have made ourselves a little more aware. Like uh, right now I can see that most people are just roaming here and there, and I don't think the situation in other countries how there are, that in Japan the busiest airport was almost empty
Exactly.
for a couple of weeks. But India, I have seen in West Bengal, the stations are totally packed in the same manner even before coronavirus.
Mm.
So this is a very good step done by our Prime Minister, which would help people to understand the threat level of this coronavirus.
I would like to point out one thing. I was exactly from the beginning, I started listening to the speech of Narendra Modi, Prime Minister of our country. I before he had spoken that line that there should be Janata curfew, I was saying the same line to my family members that immediately there should be a curfew to be implemented in all the places where such things are going on. Not a curfew like Janata. It should be a curfew exactly implemented with rules and norms like
Mm.
144 act. If they are exactly implementing the specific rule and regulation, then I think it is possible to control. Just because I'm telling you, even in my locality, the old people, those who are more than 65, they are absolutely unwilling to listen to the fact that we cannot go out of house. They are simply maintaining their daily life by going outside. They are chatting with their friends, and they are simply. I would like to say they are unaware. They are aware, but they are completely casual about these facts. First of all, I would like to ask everyone to get a highlight of this news. Actor singer Anjan Datta slammed for taking part in event after returning from Australia. Now, I would like to clarify the question which has been asked from Onivan Odhikari. And Onivan has asked me the question that what is the relevance of doing this entire program for one day? India is a democratic country. The government cannot implement a rule for 7 days or for 15 days like a complete curfew. Many people will suffer out of it. What is the plan of government out of this 14 hours? A virus like this contagious or epidemic pandemic virus corona, this will stay in your hand for 12 hours according to the research. According to the research, it will stay in your hand for 12 hours. So the hours, 14 hours has been given to you that this virus should not come in other people's contact and it will be destroyed then and there. If it is not coming to the contact, direct contact in hand. It is the research. Now, why one day? Already the government has declared one day and the intellectual people have started saying that we will be suffering to financial crisis, poor will suffer a lot, many people will suffer a lot. They need to find one reason in order to protest against other party. Yesterday Narendra Modi did not take participation as the BJP party leader. He took participation as a specific prime minister of our country, and at that point of time he was addressing to all the local governments also, state governments also, please to kindly cooperate with this. If it increases, India will be another Italy. So this is a very huge crisis. They just trying to see whether these curfews can be implemented for one day or not. That's why they have organized it on Sunday when people will not be going to their walks. So they want to see if it is helpful. Then in future, already he said also that in future such things will continue at least for 2 or 3 days in order to cure it completely. India is taking massive steps. I'm telling you, in compared to other countries, because PM himself has committed this virus has no antidotes yet, confirmed antidotes. You are getting news that Germany is preparing it or USA is preparing it. It's all not, these are not concrete evidence. So there is a trauma. If the prime minister, not as a BJP leader, the prime minister coming on screen and requesting all the state governments, then think he is requesting as a prime minister, not as a BJP leader. As a BJP leader in parliament, he will protest against all the parties. But he did not protest, he did not say anything like that. Simply, he has given clarification. And the clarification behind this is the virus cannot stay more than 12 hours, according to the research, I quote unquote. So that's the reason complete, complete locking down for 12 hours. And people should not face any trouble within these 12 hours just because they will not go to office. Still, you won't believe. Many people, many office owners, the director, CEO, they have not given holidays to their employees, or they are not giving access also work from home. This is the condition of India. You forget about the life. I want to take care of my economy. I have only one question to all of you. What is the meaning of economy if you don't have your life? What is the meaning of poverty if you don't have your life? At that point of time, India, the soldiers, Navy, e- and the specific Indian Air Force, these three forces together cannot resolve it with all the doctors, just because this is a very high alarming situation. Yesterday, one of my students was saying me that, sir, I could not attend the call just because I went to gym. I directly said, why did you go to gym in this alarming situation? He said, sir, just because in gym there are hardly 3 to 4 people. Then I said, how do you know that the number two, people number two, person number two is not affected? The biggest trouble in coronavirus is that they will walk in front of you like a very sensible person, but they also do not know that they are affected, just because they are afraid of testing. This is the reason the 1 day's lockdown is important. It is just a trial process. In future, it will be applied. Just they cannot apply all of a sudden just because there are many things on even protesters, there are opposition, and absolutely the finance that matters a lot. So that's the reason this 14 hours time to wipe out the virus within 12 hours. If the citizens support this fact.